People, Disney touches things and just make money out of it. I mean, if they ain't buying up other people's properties, move your ass out the way, Lucas. Shit, you fucking this up. Let us take this right here. Marvel, you doing good, but let us do this shit better for you.
Right.
What you mean? How you gonna do it? People, let me tell you, we are the company that takes our old shit rides. We take rides and make money out of them. That old ride, the Pirates of the Caribbean, where it's just fucking mannequins doing this shit. Yo, a pirate's life for me. I hate that ride.
Turn into $4 blockbusters.
4 blockbusters.
$1 billion.
$1 billion. What you still doing? Get on out of here. I need this microphone. Well, I'll bring you back. I forgot you were here.
Oh, man.
I'll bring him back. I need this mic right here. Rides that, lame ass animatronics, make billions of dollars out of them. And now they're taking another one. Tomorrowland. Have you ever been to Disneyland or Disney World? That's their future world. And now that Disney is considered to have that kind of Midas touch and they can make something out of nothing and get everything from it, they're saying, we can draw some big names. George Clooney, Brad Bird. Brad Bird just did that Mission Impossible, gave us the Iron Giant. Well, and Clooney is just Clooney. Shit, you got those 2 talents in there? Strap me into this ride and let me go. I'm ready.
Don't forget House. Do it.
Okay, what about it? Anyway, look, you here. Man, don't forget House. I already did. Anyway.
Newton?
It's not mine.
What's not yours?
Not mine.
Never.
Oh shit! Fuck! And that LSD just kicked in.
I know. Give me some of that.
Yeah. And the guy behind the counter is like, "Girl, you still in jail? Yeah. You still in the precinct? Don't you know better?" Now, as you can see right here, we have Britt Robertson. She is Casey Newton. Now, she's a bright girl who wants to follow in the footsteps of her brilliant father. She might, however, unbeknownst to her,
Tim McGraw he's a space engineer.
Yeah, yeah. He can't even say NASA. He's like, I work in NASCAR. NASA. I work in NASA. She might be more brilliant than she can imagine because these mysterious people, they start showing up in her life. People out of nowhere and giving her these strange devices where she's starting to see things. These people include a little girl that might not be exactly what she seems and also a former boy genius who might possibly have been to the future himself. When Casey goes to visit George Clooney, who is the boy genius, now grown, that's when he's already reached her. So now whoever this mysterious force is that's been trying to keep this whole world a secret, they know too much now. We got to send the robots. we got to send them. We got to send them Terminators after them.
Yeah.
Wait.
I was looking at this. Who does that dude look like right there?
Shocker.
The dude right here. Don't he look like that dude we were talking about last night, that reporter? But you got to go back to other show for those who are listening. We talked about a reporter who was smiling about sad news. People almost burned up in the car, and he just happy as hell. Hey, that's crazy. Hey, do you see that burning car? And that dude looked just like this robot getting shot right
Wow, he does.
Yeah. Even that shit's funny too. It really is a nice kind of a Home Alone sequence that you have there.
Kind of campy music that was playing though, wasn't it?
It fits.
Does it? Okay. It's very Disney though, so.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this much. I ain't trying to talk about my man. George Clooney, he was the man.
Sure.
We had Brad Pitt who was handsome, but George Clooney, that was the man.
Yeah, that's what you want it to be.
That's what you want it to be. Yeah. Exactly. And ever since this fool got married, he ain't smiled since. He's beginning to get that cranky old man look. I mean, when he was single at one time, he was cool, man. He was just like a swinging Clooney. Now he just like, fuck this.
Well, that is his character. That's a really bitter, old man.
That's George Clooney right now. Shit, woman got me on lockdown. Shit, I'm George Clooney. Also, you got to keep in mind, now that George Clooney's over 50 and now that he's married, he can't fuck them co-stars like he used to.
Yeah, that's true.
He was like, man, there was a time I used to have sex with all my co-stars. Now they won't let me do nothing no more.
What co-star would he have had sex with in here?
Well, back in the day, little Casey, he would have, because she's of age. She's a teenager.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's playing young in here.
Yeah, that's what I thought was
Nicholas
weird.
Sparks movie.
She was in that Nicholas Sparks movie.
Yeah.
Going back looking at old movie premieres. I remember that.
Facts of Life.
I fucked her.
Yeah, that's how he looks at his old videos right now. Shit. Fuck time. Nah, wish I had a time machine. You know what? They're showing you a world that the effects really seem to be fun. That's one of the things I can say, that we're getting back to a time where effects are just fun.
Well, also, you get to see a bright future, which nobody does anymore.
Yeah.
All this money is in the apocalypse. It's like, we got to scare people and prey on their fears. And here's just like, look, things could be better.
Oh, yeah, no. You mean I'm going to a future, even this girl's like, I'm going to a future where the government doesn't want to kill me and don't want to hunt me down with creatures or make me kill other teenagers, Wow, there's actually buildings that aren't crumbled and there's green grass. I mean, this might be kind of cool. And what's cool about the effects that we have here is that the effects are played out in a way to where it's a slow reveal to this world that we're talking about.
With you.
I get it, you're angry. I understand, but have you ever seen this before? Does it look weird? Don't touch it!
Why are you yelling at me?
Not while you're driving, Dad. It's dangerous. Just pull over.
I swear to God, Case, if you're on drugs,
I'm not on drugs. All will be explained as soon as you touch this pen.
Rehab, here we come. Just turns that car around. Get your ass in there.
28 days later, baby.
There's a gag that they didn't put in there. They actually edited it down, but fortunately I got a little clip of it, because one of the things that did bother me is that when she touches this pen, as you saw in the little bit of the trailer in the clip, she touches it and she flashes to this other world. She goes from the middle of the night in the street to the middle of the day in a wheat field. But the thing is, she's not really there. So she's walking around. She's trying to explore this field, but every time she tries to do that, she ends up bumping her head on something.
Ooh.
And now, I think one time would tell you not to walk around no more.
Yeah, walk around like this.
Yeah, with your hands out. For this girl to be so brilliant, she is dumb as shit. She goes home and still trying to walk around without her arms down, trying to walk that wheat field. That's one point. She boom, goes down the
staircase.
I'm like, girl, you about to break your neck.
She looks like a fucking stoner. Like, yeah. Hang out with chicks that look like that.
Actually, she look like you a little bit, Tommy. Shit, I'm so fucked up right now. I was like, damn, when you gonna learn?
That dude in the corner look like, hey, give me some.
Yeah. You look like, yeah, I'll show you that shit. Kick it in now, ain't it? This is amazing, this world that they've created. These special effects, they're appealing to the child in me. But it gets to a point where they start to like go on and on when you've soaked it in. You've got it, man. I'm absorbing this world. I've absorbed, and now we can stop. It's almost like a guy who, man, you say, man, you know what? That's a really cool photo that you took right there. And it's like, oh, you like that? Let me pull up my photo book. I didn't mean to be here that long.
Yeah.
It's
wow. You and I have so many opposite opinions on this.
Well, too bad. Too bad you can't see things the right way. No, man, I'm just messing with this. And I knew. See, if one of those, it was another situation where Martin and I were sitting with each other in the movie, and I'm sitting there like, there's some music. Martin's like, movie, I'm enjoying you, and I'm like, I'm with it, but not like this dude right here.
No, see, here's the thing. I think you and I took different paths, but we probably ended up in the same place.
Oh, not that again. It's like you and I are like, I'm like, Martin, fuck you, and you like, man, fuck you too. Well, I'm leaving, and then we walk around and like, oh shit, you again. I kind of, you know what? I think you might have some of the same complaints that I have, just not to the degree that I have them in. Or maybe they're in different areas, and we will come back to the same place.
Yeah, because it's funny because this is not George Clooney's movie. He didn't direct it. He didn't write it. But it reminds me of his movies like Monuments Men or Leatherheads, where it's like, hey, he's the main guy. He's got the charisma. I like him every time he's on screen. The movie has his heart in the right place. And there's lots of bits about it that I like a lot. But as a whole, I felt kind of plodding, it's kind of dragging, it's a little heavy-handed, and it's not focused where it needs to be.
Wow.
And to me, Casey is just not that interesting of a character. I know she's the avatar because, the audience avatar because, she's young, she's from this time. But we spent a lot of time with her, and yet I either found her annoying or just kind of there. But when they finally get to him, I'm like, he's got an interesting story. I mean, now he's bitter, and we get pieces of what happened to him. And every time he talks about what happened, I'm like, damn, that's actually the story I want to follow. You have this other little girl in there. The whole thing with them, I'm like, man, that's interesting as fuck. But we're just getting pieces of it because we have to keep going back to Casey and her trying to figure out what's going on and yelling in her annoying voice. Yeah.
Well, they don't realize what they actually have.
They don't realize.
Yeah,
I just watched this movie. I was like, man, this could have been edited to where less of her, more of him. This could have worked. And even showing Tomorrowland, where it's all cool, like at the point where it's nice, and you get some of it. But I'm like, I'd like to just explore this world a little bit more because they show us a bit of what they built. But I'm like, man, let me see more of this because I feel like there's a whole lot of stuff way back there that'd be really cool that you just don't get. So much of it is a chase film, and it's like, man, it should have been. At least for me, I would have preferred it to be less of that.
Yeah, and I agree. And look, there's some great casting choices in here. They got the girl that you name right here. This little girl, her name is Athena in the movie. She comes across as more mature than you think because she holds a bigger secret to herself. The actress's name is Raffi Cassidy, who will look at you like she's stealing your soul. Damn, she doesn't that look. I mean, this girl is in the movie. She looks like this, and I looked at pictures of her on the internet. She don't fucking smile.
They want to make that Ring reboot.
Yeah, get her. Yeah. She looked like she crawled right out of a well.
She's got those big Elijah Wood eyes that look like they're staring right into you.
Yeah.
Whoever that is dating her is going to be like, look, I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't say anything. No, you looking at me like you don't believe me.
The dude that actually marries this chick when she grows up, boy, good luck with you. Yeah. Where you been? Nowhere. Really, I just came from work. Let me smell your dick. Oh, no.
She'll just be like, okay. Fine, I went to the fucking titty bar. Why are you always on my... Look, I'm trying to tell you the truth. This is not working.
Yeah.
Why does that keep happening?
A dude will be like that. She's like, where you been? And she just stare at you. I came from work. Mm-hmm. Why you looking at me? Like, what? I just came from work. I've been looking at titties, all right? I just had to get up for one day because you don't stay off my ass. Stop looking at me. And she's just looking at you, bitch. Right? The movie's almost like a metaphor for George Clooney's life right now because George Clooney's mad because when he was a little boy, they never got together. And as an adult, he's still carrying his grudge around.
I know. That's what's funny, like this 40-year grudge.
Yeah. It's like, man, you a grown-ass man. He's still like, man, this bitch never wanted to get with me. Man, you are 50 years old. What the fuck is wrong with you? Man, you better stay. You about to go to jail, man. You better stop this shit. Hey, man, she say something about me. She still like me. Man, you 50. I'm just saying, man, as a friend.
She plays games. Yeah. I'm saying, She sends mixed signals. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she's great in the film. And then they got this little boy in the movie who plays a young Clooney, man. And this kid right here, Thomas Robinson, as a little boy, you see him with headgear on right there, but as a little boy, you look at him and you're like, man, yeah, that could definitely be a young Clooney right there. I could see that as a little boy.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, they gassed his kid's head up. Oh, you playing little Clooney? And he thinking like, shit, I'm going to grow up to be just like George Clooney. Y'all know kids that cute grow up to end up looking like Clint Howard.
Oh, shit.
Tell my brother I said hi. He never returns my calls.
Clint Eagle Howard.
Clint Eagle Howard. Tell my brother I love him.
No.
If I'm complaining, it's because this movie had a lot going for it and it didn't really meet those expectations, or it didn't really meet what its potential was. Mm-hmm. At 2 hours and 10 minutes, I will praise this movie on me not being able to feel that. But I did notice there were points where I said, you know what? If you just stop gloating over your own special effects here, if you just stop being so proud of this future world that you've built and enjoying, looking at your own prettiness and beautiful scenery, then you could cut that back a little bit and make this a tighter film. And they really didn't do that. And so I'm going to say that this is more of a family type film that's enjoyable, but makes the mistake of trying to be a little too heavy. And it just is not, it's just too much of a sugary movie with hokey dialogue, hokey certain scenes, even a little nod to Tomorrowland in the movie. They show you at Disney World getting on the ride, a little bit of commercialism thrown in there. It's just not enough for you to sit up there and have this heavy environmental message and have us take it seriously. It's a matinee.
And the thing is, at its best, this movie is very Spielbergian. I mean, as much as Super 8, probably more than Super 8 or Earth to Echo. I mean, so much of the open, like you just saw that, is like, it really reminded me of Jurassic Park. This whole like, hey, look, we talked about it, and now we've brought you to the world where we've brought this to life. But it's just, otherwise, I agree with what you're saying. It's like, man, 2 hours and 10 minutes. I just feel like I could take this into an editing bay. And I could make it a full price movie, but I could make it a better movie than what it is. Just because it's just certain things. Like I wish, I don't know whether to blame Britt Robertson or just the way they wrote her character, but there was a point where she was more annoying than anything else. I'm like, everything with her is like, why are we doing this? You shouldn't do that. We should go. It's like, you know what? We've been doing this for a while. Yeah. We've been involved in this. You just got here. Shut the fuck up and maybe try to learn something. For me, it was a low matinee. And a lot of it just comes down to like, you know what? I see that it seems to be aimed for a younger audience.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker really did fuck it up for everybody.
Who's that?
George Clooney.
How?
Because once he got married, every chick was like, see, George Clooney got married. I know I got that shit.
But you go like, he got married to a famous and rich international lawyer.
Yeah.
So until you pass the bar.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's what guys should tell their girls right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, once you become a big international rich ass lawyer, then I will marry you.
And still looking good.
Yeah, exactly.
Get that ring. Yeah.
Until then, get the fuck out my man cave and leave me alone.